Terumot, Perek Daled, Mishnah Yud, 10th Mishnah of the 4th chapter of Terumot. In our last Mishnah, we learned a case where Rabbi Eliezer was Machmir and Rabbi Yeshua was Meker. And it was a case where you had 100 bushels of figs, 100 sa'ah figs, and white figs, and black figs, etc., etc. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to that Mishnah. This Mishnah is a different case. It's a continuation in which, in this case, Rabbi Eliezer is Meker and Rabbi Yeshua is Machmir. What's the case? B'dores litra ktziot al pi hakad ve'ina yoder ezehi. Okay, dores means you press a litra of ktziot. Ktziot are dried figs. Remember, we had this idea of igulei dvela. So remember the cake of dried figs. So the way they would do it is they would put it in this kad, in this jug. They would take this huge jug, okay, and then they would they would just stick in the dried figs, press it, okay, and then you would have this cake of dried figs. So in your own mind, just pretend this is a cake of dried figs. We're using word here. This is the extent of my ability, okay? Now, so in the midst of it, what you did was the following. Each of these dried fig cakes, each of these is a kad, okay? Pretend it's in a kad. Each of these dried fig cakes, okay, you pressed. And now you're obviously in the storehouse, you're in the whatever, you're in the factory, but you are dores a litra. A litra is a measurement. Let's say a liter, but it doesn't matter. It's like, a small measurement of ktziot of Terumah. Al piha kad, on the face, on the edge of the kad, ve'ino yoder ezehi. Okay, so what you did is the following. You had a litra of Terumah, and the upper level, the top level, okay. Oops, let's take this, we'll move it forward. Arrange, format, spring forward. Let's move this out. Oops. Let's put it here, see if it works. No, for some reason it's going to the back. There we go. Okay. So now you put it on one of them, okay? This is Terumah. It's 1 litra on top of 100. Now, normally it shouldn't be batel. Why? Because it's not mixed in. Now what happens, of course, now you would say, of course, we'll just find the orange one. Isn't that fine? It's not orange, it's blue. You can't tell which one. You have no idea which one. You mixed it in a bunch of all these things. So now the question is it batel? Can I say that this litra of Terumah, since it's blue, but whatever, I can't, since this litra of Terumah, since I don't know where it is, but it's really 1, but there's 100 connected the 1. It is 1 into 101. But on the other hand, it's lying on top. So which do I say? It's, let's just do it over here. It's 1 into 101. Oops. Let's move that backwards. Let's see if this will work forward. There we go. It's 1 into 101 if we look at it objectively. But it's not mu'urab, it's not mixed. So normally, I would just say scrape off the top. Do you have to scrape off the top of all of them or not? So says the Mishnah. Rabbi Eliezer says, Ro'in otan ki'ilu hein prudot. You look at all of the ketziot that are all stuck together as if they're actually separated. V'tachtonot ma'alot et elionot. Remember, in this case, I put it on this one, right? You see it as if it's, all of them are if they're prudot, if they're separate, okay? And the tachtonot ma'alot et elionot. Okay, and so if I look at my Terumah covering, okay, I actually see all these slices, these levels, all of the figs, the imaginary figs in this cake, as if they're separate, and all of the figs in this little slice, this sliver of Terumah, as if they're separate, and the tachtanot, ma'alot et elionot, it's all mixed together, and then the bottom figs are batel, mevatel, the top figs, and therefore I don't have to get rid of all the slices of all of these igulei dvelot. Rabbi Yeshua says, no way. Since it's not separated, since it's really on top, it's not really batel. Lo ta'aleh, you cannot be batel at sheyusham mea kadim, until I have 100 kadim. If you're right, it's not batel. This in and of itself is not batel. But if I take this and then mix it into 100 more, and I don't know which one it is, then it is batel because it's batel b'mea in the normal way. And in this example, Rabbi Eliezer is more mekil because he says it is batel, the slice on top. And Rabbi Yeshua says it's not, he's more machmir. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, as always, feel free to contact me at rspolter@gmail.com. And we'll dedicate this learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day, everybody.